I love that. Thank you so much for joining us. Arkells here with us today.
Hey, my pleasure. This is the first time I've done one of these outside. We have a beautiful day up here in Hamilton, Ontario. I'd like to say that I've been renovating the backyard, but I have nothing to do with it. Actually, Dave, come on out here for a second. I'm doing a little. This is Dave. Where are we here? There's. Do you see Dave over there? There's.
Hello, Dave.
Say hi. Dave is really keeps everything together in this house, and he's making this look livable.
Nice. Yeah, I was going to ask. We're up in Hamilton. This is your spot there.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of other bands spending some time doing some like home improvements. People cooking a lot more than they do.
Yeah.
Have you taken to any weird hobbies so far? It feels weird to start an interview without asking about how
No,
much
that's a
our
good. No,
lives
that's a
have
great
changed.
question. I wish I could say I've improved my skill set, but I don't know if I have. Like my array of like breakfast eggs has gotten marginally better. Doing some home workouts, like on YouTube, set up an exercise mat down there in the living room, and a little bit of that. But Mike in our band, he's been learning a lot of Randy Newman on the piano. That's been like one of the things that he's getting really good. He learned Thunder Road by Springsteen, so that takes a little bit of time to like get all the details in those songs. So that's what he's been doing.
Yeah, of course. And you've been spending your time, very productively. This is not the first Instagram Live you've done since this has all started. And I do want to talk about that here in a few moments, but do you want to start with the song and then we'll go from there?
Sure, yeah. I'll play our newest song. It's called Years in the Making. And we put it out just before the quarantine began, before we were all sent home. We got to play it one time live. And are you a sports fan at all?
A little. I like hockey.
Oh, you're a hockey fan. All right. If you're
Yeah.
a Blue Jackets fan. Actually, do you know it looks like there's a chance that the Maple Leafs and the Blue Jackets are going to face off against each other?
Yeah, I'm stoked about that.
Yeah. Which
Best
would
of
be
luck.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? And but we're pals with Nick Nurse, who's the head coach of the Toronto Raptors. And we were helping him launch his foundation up here and the date of this dinner, which was for like 100 people, and the foundation is serving underserved youth in sports and music and literacy. And Nick plays, and he's jammed with us in the past. It was on March 11th, and that was the night that the NBA was postponed officially. And Rudy Gobert, who's on the Utah Jazz, the Raptors had just played the Jazz 2 nights before. So we're at this dinner, and we're with Nick Nurse and a bunch of the Raptors who had just played Utah Jazz. And then just before we go on stage, the commissioner of the NBA goes to cancel it. The season is postponed. And I was like, this is a very surreal, memorable night. Anyway, we got to play the song one time, and it's called Years in the Making, and I'm going to play it for you acoustically. Feel it in my bones, down to the wire. It's more than a dream, it's more than desire. I can feel you holding your breath. You don't know what I'm gonna do next. And it's been years in the making, and I'd do it over again. It's been years in the making. So turn the lights down low, rolling up my sleeves. Right now I'm in my zone. Put your eyes on me. I got the skies to show it didn't come for free. It's been years in the making. So put your hands up high, baby, walk with me. I see it in your eyes, it's something you believe. You got the skies to show it didn't come for free. It's been years in the making. I'm chasing down everything I'm feeling. I come in first and I'm the last one leaving. Now it's been years in the making, and I do it over again. It's been years in the making. Let's go. So turn the lights down low, rolling up my sleeves. Right now I'm in my zone. Put your eyes on me. I got the skies to show it didn't come for free. It's been years in the making. So put your hands up high, baby, walk with me. I see it in your eyes, it's something you believe. You got the skies to show it didn't All right.
Love it.
Thank
Years
you.
in the making, Arkells. I hope everybody at home is applauding, as
Thank you
odd
very
as it
much.
might sound, two hands clapping in the room. Thank you for joining us for another Instagram live performance, which again, you are no stranger to. I saw people in the chat being like, it's been a while since we got Max on back-to-back days.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. You did 58 straight days. Is
Yeah,
that true?
beat Joe DiMaggio's hit streak record of 56. Yeah. Well, it's funny. So the Saturday, so we got sent home on March 11th. That was the night of the Nick Nurse Foundation. So Saturday, everyone's told to stay at home. And I was thinking, you know what? What's something we could do that'd be fun? We know a lot of people are indoors today. The weather still sucks. Let's show people how to play these songs. Because I've always said, like, if you can learn 5 or 6 guitar chords, you can learn, like, 90% of popular music. Like, that's my attitude. And so I was like, what if we, like, posted the campfire chords and then we did, like, a little guitar lesson? And, you know, maybe we'll do it for a week or something. I don't think, like, I was very naive. I thought we'd be inside for about a week. And then, you know, days turned to weeks, weeks turned to months. And we have, I guess, 58 songs in the Arkells canon. So we went through every single one. But it was really fun. Like, we opened the chat up every day. So it was a bit like chat roulette. Like, every day, I do the lesson. And then for the next 45 minutes, I'd be like, all right, who wants to chat? And then I'd get to talk to people all over the world. And it was really, like, enlightening, and it made me feel more connected to everybody. It didn't make me feel as isolated. So it was overall an awesome experience.
And those chats are great too, from what I've gotten to see. People popping in. I mean, we mentioned pro sports earlier. You had Mitch Marner and Tyson Berry from the Leafs.
Yeah.
But you also have just like listeners that pop in. I saw the video of the very well-dressed and well-spoken young man named Dylan.
Yeah,
What a guest.
Dylan like blew everyone away. I never met Dylan. Again, it's a bit of a chat roulette. I was like, why is this 12-year-old dressed up like in old-timey gear? And then he went on to explain that he's really interested in 1920s like Prohibition era fashion. I was like, tell me more. And he wasn't like a one-trick pony. Like, you could kind of lead him anywhere and he'd roll with it. And like a couple days later, Time magazine wrote a piece about how this 12-year-old like took over the show. It was amazing. So yeah, it was one of those, like, you know, you never know what you're gonna get experiences, and it was the best possible thing, most surprising as well.
Yeah, and I love that everybody in the chat right now is like, Dylan, yeah.
Dylan.
Love Dylan. But it's not all, I mean, it's not always just like the fun, low-key chats. You are doing some good work for the community as well. I heard anywhere between $5,000 and $7,000 that you raised on that silent auction yesterday.
Yeah, there's another thing. You know, like, most of the ideas that we have when it comes to anything around the band, whether it's like a piece of merch or a bit during the show or just something we want to do like within the community, is always just like, yeah, this is like fun. Like, does it make me smile? Does it feel like does it make me feel good? And we had these like Arkells items, like either like jackets I wore at a show, or like a drum head, or like one-off merch items that are sort of just sitting in our closets. And we're like, what if we like did like a live auction and used people in the comments and did a bidding? And we thought maybe it would collect a couple $100. But the jacket, this floral jacket that I wore at a couple big events up here in Canada a couple years ago, went for $3,000, and we raised like over $7,000 altogether. And it was just like cool Arkells stuff that people want to bid. And the coolest part about it was that the winning bid could choose the charity that they wanted to donate the money to. So all they had to do was send in a receipt from that day with the amount that they bid to that charity, and we're going to send them the stuff. And that's how it worked.
God, that's cool. I mean, raising money. I was going to ask where the money went, but that's even better.
Yeah. So
have the freedom to choose.
So we do like a 5 or 7 minute auction, and I'd be like, all right, we got 2,500, we got 2,600. Okay, so and so's gonna lead with 2,700. So I do the auctioneer thing, and then after the time was up, I'd bring them into the chat. I'm like, all right, where are you from? What do you want to give this money to? Let's get to know you a little bit. So it was cool. It was like a real like personal touch to it all.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, did you have any worry at all that people were just messing with you sometimes? Like, because I think I might.
A little bit, but so I find like generally like in our community, like our fans are pretty nice, like in pretty like well-adjusted, just like nice people. So in the comments, there's a guy named Christmas, and and this is like the first time in like a month and a half that we've had any interesting, I don't want to call him a troll, but I did say, like, is he a Russian bot? So maybe we can get him into the chat afterward, because I'd like to see if he's a real person or not. But
Gotcha.
Christmas is really dominating the chat. Maybe we should block him before we get to know him, because his behavior is a little unusual. Anyway, not to distract from our conversation.
Gotcha. I'll keep an eye on it. I'll leave that up to you. Well, right on. It's good to see that good work for the community and all that. Do you want to play another song and then we'll go from there?
Yeah, sure. It's a good one. I'll do. What are your thoughts on full songs in one of these things versus like a snippet? I find like 3.5 minutes is a bit long.
I think I could agree with you. It's not my decision to make, but I will say that sometimes I wish the songs were shorter when it doesn't sound good. But you've got a good sound going on.
Does it sound okay?
Yeah, whatever you've got going on acoustically is working.
Okay, great. Okay, I'm gonna play a song off our last record called Hand Me Downs. We called it the Hand Me Down. Oh, I'll see you in a second. You went through 5 schools before you were 17. I could only guess what those brown eyes seen. If we're just a blank slate mixed with a little bit of DNA, and those weekend visits when you'd show up late. When I feel helpless, I see you smiling back at me. Like every little thing is gonna be okay. You're a tough kid, way tougher than me. I put a bet on you any day. Here we go. Oh, when your head gets dizzy and you can't get right, you push on through, don't be denied, and shake off those ghosts in every corner of this town. From the clothes on your back to the color of your eyes, ain't no shame in some hand-me-downs. Oh, no, it never makes sense, but it's the only thing that you know. That resentment, well, it comes and goes. In your daddy's defense, now he never really stood a chance. You should see where he came from, how his brother all get stuck with me. You've been acting reckless to deal with the pain. I hope you don't get carried away. And you wear this necklace from graduation day. You said, I wear this chain cause I'm breaking it. I wear this chain cause I'm breaking it. Oh, when your head gets dizzy and you can't get right, you push on through, don't be denied it. Shake off those ghosts in every corner of this town. From the clothes on your back to the color of your eyes. From the clothes on your back to the color of your eyes. From the clothes on your back to the color of your eyes. There ain't no shame in some hand-me-downs. There it is.
Love it. Thank you once again. Arkells with us
Pleasure.
today. Sorry for dipping on you a little bit early there.
No, it's okay. It's all right.
Out of the way. And also, don't feel bad about the phone call. That's the 3rd time it's happened in like a week.
Oh, yeah. There's got to be some setting for that. But yeah.
Yeah, I think do not disturb somewhere. I don't know. It happened to me too. It's
like, you know my job.
Right, yeah.
Live right now.
In high demand, you are. So I guess I could have asked about this after you played Years in the Making at the top of this broadcast, but I do want to talk about it a little bit because it's found a bit of a very niche crowd in 2020 grads. Like they've really latched onto this song in a way that I haven't seen yet. Can you tell us about that?
Cool. Like, you know, it's interesting. Like, you know, we write these songs and we put them out in the world, and it's always interesting to see where they end up, right, in people's lives. And that's like kind of the greatest part of being in a band and being songwriters, is just to see how they connect with people. So we have some love songs that we probably get invited to about like a dozen weddings every week with the happy couple wanting to use one of our songs as their first dance or as they walk down the aisle. And so it's like, okay, so we have these people that are interested in our love songs, and then we have some sports jams. And with years in the making, we started seeing people post like grad photos, and a lot of people can't be together right now, obviously, for grad, with like the quote, like, "I got the scars to show, it didn't come for free. It's been years in the making." I was like, oh, that's really awesome. So yeah, we did a thing for our local university where we went to school, McMaster University here in Hamilton, where we surprised this young lady named Ava, who was like kind of top of her class, like volunteers, involved in like a number of different organizations. And Mike and I went to her front lawn and surprised her with a little serenade. And we filmed it, and it was like a nice little moment. So yeah, it's been cool to see it like exist in that world, especially right now in 2020 when grads can't celebrate with each other.
Yeah, it is a heartwarming video, to be sure. I think that's on
thank you.
your Facebook page. If anybody hasn't seen it, I would encourage them to do so. I bet everybody here has already, but Arkells Facebook and Instagram page. Now, one more thing I want to do before we cut you loose here, before we have you play another and cut you loose, I do like to run everybody through a lightning round here at the end, some rapid fire questions.
I love it.
To try to get in your head. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
So I know that Mike is a cat guy, but for you, Max, your choice, dogs or cats?
I think dogs. Yeah.
Coffee or tea?
Oh, coffee. I'm jealous of your coffee you got right now.
It's actually tea. Sorry to disappoint.
No problem.
What is the most recent dream that you remember having?
Oh, good question. I think it might have been like a band-related dream. Usually if we haven't played a show in a while, it's like something's going wrong where everyone's like forgotten how to play their instruments. That's the thing that happens. I think other band members are like, we haven't gigged in a while. You have dreams about like your first gig back, and you're like, no one has like knows how to play the guitar or like drums. It's like everything's falling apart. So I think it was one of those stress dreams. It's
like the band equivalent of like showing up to school without your pants on.
Yeah, exactly.
Except a lot more people in your dreams, no doubt. They're saying July 1st might be the new baseball opening day. Do you think Toronto's got a shot?
Ooh, I mean, the Blue Jays are in such a tough division. You know, it's like between the Yankees and the Red Sox, and then some years the Orioles are good, some years Tampa's good. It's tough. We had a good run a couple of years ago. But, you know, to be honest, I'm just mostly thinking about the Raptors and the Leafs right now because the playoffs are also, looks like they're going to kick off later in July. So I'm very excited about that.
Oh, yeah, me too. I'm sure we'll be in touch on this Toronto-Columbus matchup.
Yeah,
no
we
doubt.
can have a little rivalry. We can maybe place a wager. It'll be fun.
I'd like that. We'll set something up. That'd be fun. This is a mini segment that I like to call Reviewing Old Tweets. I went back 8 years on your Twitter timeline to revisit some old memories. Exactly as scary as it sounds. We start with this one from almost 8 years ago exactly, May 23rd, 2012. Buffalo, New York, hanging with great folks. Here Come the Men in Black by Will Smith comes on. Turns out it's an 80s funk tune, rapped verses anyway. My question for you is, do you still know all the words to Here Come the Men in Black by Will Smith?
Oh, shit. Well, I do. That was just on a playlist recently that I was listening to. I do love that song. I need the first few. Here come the men in black. The good guys get messy. The good guys dress in black. Remember that, just in case we ever face to face and make contact. And the title held by me, MIB. What you think you see, you did not see. So don't fear us, jeer us. If you ever get near us, don't fear us, don't feel it. What's his name? And in black. That's very bad, but that's as far as I can get.
Man, I didn't expect you to prove it. That's wonderful.
Me neither.
All right, this one's from December 2012. A friend of yours tweets, dude ordering pizza in front of me in line is doing a max order. Not nearly as endearing when it isn't you. You reply, it's hard to pull off. Only me and Larry David can do such things. Can you define for us the max order?
I think the max order is me being like kind of particular about. So if I like, because I do make modifications, like, okay, I like that, but can we sub out this for that? And, you know, can you actually switch that and that? Actually, I'd like this to come first. There's a bit of arranging going on. And I usually do it with a bit of a smile. I'm building a rapport with the person taking the order. I think it's charming. But when I see someone else do it, I'm like, oh, that's very obnoxious. And actually, now that do you watch Curb?
Oh, yeah. I almost busted out my Latte Larry's mug. I should have done that.
Do you have a Latte Larry's mug?
I do, yeah.
Me too.
Oh, nice.
Hold on a second. What was that?
Okay, hang on. We're getting our mugs.
You get yours. Oh, good timing.
We're back. Sorry, mine's still in the box though. I haven't
Oh,
actually
really?
drank
Oh,
out of it
that's
just yet.
yeah. I thought I heard some. This is.
There we go.
Are we best friends?
This is amazing. I
Like,
think
are
we
we
just
best
became
friends
best
right
friends.
now? Okay.
Is it the same mug? Like,
No,
no
yours
kidding?
looks a little nicer. I don't have the
Okay.
colored inside. Oh, you
Gotcha.
got nice shit. This is fantastic. Okay.
That is great.
But
All
you
right.
know what? I will say this, not to get into the weeds on Curb here, but in the most recent season, Larry ridiculed the person who was making these mods in the order. Did you see the most recent season? Of course you did. If you
Yeah.
Did you remember?
Yeah, but I
like,
can't remember the
talking
scene for some reason.
So basically, one of the guys is asking his secretary to make like a salad order. He's like, it's like a Cobb salad. And he's like, but don't do this. And then he's like, what are you doing? No one wants that. Like, why? Anyway, he ridiculed the thing that I just did. So I don't know if he'd do the same thing. Anyway, hey, by the way,
maybe he saw your tweet.
Yeah, that's right. He's like, I need to change my ways. Have you seen the show Dave, by the way?
No, I haven't. I haven't heard of it.
I'm obsessed with this show, and you need to watch it. It's 10 episodes. It's on FX. It just came out. And it's
Dave.
Same producers as Larry David. Little Dicky, the rapper, he stars in it.
Oh, yeah. I've heard
And
of
like,
this.
it's 10 episodes. You'll blow through it. Like, text me tomorrow morning. You'll watch all 10 tonight. I promise you, if you get started.
Okay.
And by the way, like, you only get one of these per year. Like, you have to do this thing. Like, this would be the one ticket I'm, putting my bet on. Is this?
All right.
You're gonna love it.
All right, I'll check it out as soon as we're done here. A couple more for you though before we catch loose. One more tweet, May 7th, 2012. Definitely going to sound like that guy, but hotel check-ins shouldn't take longer than 45 seconds. Average time on this tour, 10 minutes. So in the 8 years that technology has grown, and so has your band's stature, has that gotten any easier?
My feelings on this subject are stronger than ever. You'd think in 8 years, technology would have checked up, so it should take 45 seconds. I can go to an Apple store and buy a computer, like a $3,000 computer, in 45 seconds. I'm like, here's the one I want, and then you just like tap your phone and you're out. Sometimes, and by the way, we travel in large groups, so it's like, there'll be 12 of us checking in a hotel room, and you're sitting in the lobby forever. Now, I know I sound like a privileged person. I know there's no hotels even that are existing right now, and I am a privileged person, but it's crazy. Like, my feelings on this are as strong as this is one of the things I'm most passionate about, to be honest.
That's a very Larry David reply.
Yeah.
And also amazing that you used the laptop analogy, because you used the same one 8 years ago. The follow-up tweet to that was like, I could buy a laptop in 45 seconds.
I have not changed.
Yeah, some things never change. All right, 2 more for you. We're done with tweets. One, I like to ask everybody, what is the prettiest American state in terms of geographical outline alone? But since you're in Canada, I'll open it up to provinces as well. What has the best shape?
Great question.
I'm trying to build a map with everybody's replies.
Yeah, no, this is good, because there's a lot of like just sort of variations of squares. So I'm just trying to think, like, what are the ones that are a little more unique? You might have to help me here. I feel like some of the smaller ones have interest.
You know what we could do?
Yeah.
I do have a map.
Oh, okay. Thank you. This is very helpful. So what's the prettiest one? Michigan has some character in that it's, minus the top part, it looks like a mitt, which I enjoy. Can I see what like Jersey looks like down there on the side?
Yeah. There's New Jersey in the orange.
Okay, Jersey's kind of interesting. You know what? I think I like. I think North Carolina makes me kind of happy, and Virginia. I kind of like Virginia too. Some of the ones, like all these ones here, are a little weird. And so what's the one just north of North Carolina? That'd be West Virginia? No.
That's regular Virginia. And then West Virginia is this
one.
one.
Of course. And then West Virginia
with a little spillover.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go Virginia.
Okay. A very respectful
next
answer.
to Virginia, like that's
the yellow one?
What's the one that's next to West Virginia, just to the left of it, my left?
Just to the left. Oh, that's Kentucky.
Yeah, I kind of like Kentucky too.
They're all kind of the same baseline shape. All right, Virginia.
Yeah, they are kind of similar. I'm going to go with Virginia.
It's definitely the most well-researched answer that I've gotten, no doubt.
Oh, good. Yeah, I care about this. Yeah, I do.
All right, last question for you. Another one that I like to ask everybody, if you had to, would you rather fight 1 horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? So you got a lot of tiny little horses.
I think I prefer the 100 ducks. Sorry, horse-sized ducks, because I don't really. I think punting them is probably the best move, and I could punt for like 100 times in a row. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you could do like one little spin move, get like 10 of them
Yeah,
out
and
of
it
the
might be kind
way.
of fun to see how far they go, you know? But like
Yeah,
me one-on-one with a duck that's the size of a horse, he might kick my ass, you know what I mean? Like, so
yeah, that's the
I think I
correct choice in
prefer,
my book.
yeah.
The
Okay.
wise answer, for
Mhm.
sure, from Arkells. Well, thank you once again. I will let you play another one and then catch you loose.
This was a blast. What do you guys want to hear in the comments? Maybe I could just like see.
Oh, yeah,
Give me a second here. All
of
right, and these
course.
are the comments. Take an extra second. All right.
Right, yeah.
First request is the one I will play.
Ooh, we're off to the races.
Yeah. All right. Oh, 11:11. Okay, we'll do 11:11.
Cool.
Hey, by the way, you're in Columbus, right?
Yes.
We like to try to get to know local establishments when we roll through.
Mhm.
One of the best like kind of lunch spots we've ever been to is the North Star Cafe on High Street.
Yes. Great choice.
Staff, really nice staff. I've been in there a couple times and people are like, just take the coffee, don't even pay for it. Like they're weirdly like, just take it, it's fine. This one's on us. And yeah, it's really well made food too. Good people.
That's great. And I think they got delivery and carry out, so I might swing by there this afternoon.
Hey, all right, well, shouts to them.
On your behalf. All right.
11:11. Great talking to you, man. Awesome.
Hey, you too. Thanks.
Right. I'm gonna do a verse and a chorus. Here we go. You were all done up, but it wasn't for me. You were up at the front, tapping your feet. I was back at the bar. You had your eyes on the stage. You had an X on your hand. Tell them your age. I didn't put my money on it, but I was hoping that you would be here if I was something that you ever wanted. I'm all ears, I'm all ears. You made a wish at 11:11. I held your hips 12:34. There was a kiss just waiting to happen. A cab was calling outside the door. No, I knew from the beginning. Oh, it was you from the beginning. It was you from the beginning. All right, cheers, everybody. That was a pleasure.
Thank you so much once again.
All right, man.
We'll
Can't
see
wait
you
to be
soon.
down there again. We'll see you soon.